Your mind is the ultimate power. People won't fear your physical strength. They'll fear your silence. Because when an individual becomes mentally untouchable, the world stops trying to control them and begins to anticipate what they might achieve. You don't need to shout. You don't need to prove anything outwardly. You simply need to think in ways others haven't dared to. That's the kind of mind we're cultivating today. One that establishes a profound presence without uttering a single word. If you seek respect, become formidable in thought. If you want to stop being overlooked, master yourself until your absence becomes profoundly felt. In a world often drawn to comfort, easy dopamine, and superficial thinking, a sharp, disciplined, and emotionally detached mind is incredibly potent. Why? Because it cannot be easily swayed, manipulated, or broken. And that truly is genuine power. Stay with me until the end. This isn't just a video. This is an invitation to a psychological transformation, one crucial lesson at a time. Why the world often resists independent thought. Why the world often resists independent thought. As Schopenhauer noted, the greatest achievements of the human mind are generally received with distrust. Let's be frank. Society often isn't structured to cultivate powerful thinkers. Instead, it tends to encourage compliant consumers. The modern world often prefers those who scroll over those who deeply reflect. It favors reaction over thoughtful consideration. Because once your mind is truly directed by your own will and not by media, not by external validation, not by fear, you become unpredictable. And unpredictable individuals are far more difficult to control. Schopenhauer recognized this, observing how many live under the illusion of freedom, while their desires are subtly influenced by external forces like societal norms, biological impulses, and ego. But here's what distinguishes profound individuals from the average. The average person conforms to the world, while the powerful individual shapes the world to align with their own mind. Do you desire that level of influence? Then internalize this truth. Every moment you choose distraction, you seed potential for personal mastery. Now let's delve deeper, because constructing this formidable mind requires embracing a code, a framework, a psychological approach so precise it will fundamentally rewire your perception of everything. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Cultivate intellectual isolation. Make silence your fortress. A mind that constantly seeks external validation remains in bondage. The foundational principle for building a formidable mind is to withdraw from the pervasive noise. You cannot cultivate profound strength when your thoughts are constantly shaped by fleeting social media debates, trending content, or external opinions that don't respect your focus. You're not truly thinking. You're simply consuming what's being fed to you. And often, people are uncomfortable with silence because it compels them to confront their authentic self. You need to become the individual who flourishes in silence, who sharpens their thoughts in solitude, building mental fortitude without needing external applause. As Marcus Aurelius wisely penned, nowhere can one find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in their own soul. Why does this unnerve others? Because a person who doesn't need their validation, who doesn't depend on their approval, is inherently unpredictable. They possess the freedom to disengage, to retreat into their own counsel. They don't play by conventional rules. When you step back to refine your mind, people often sense your absence more acutely than they ever noticed your presence. They might overlook you when you pursue them, but they often react with uncertainty when you step away. For a practical step, initiate a habit of mental fasting. Dedicate an hour each day, no phone, no distracting sounds, no external input. Just your mind and your core purpose. Lesson 2. Master psychological detachment. Become mentally untouchable. As Schopenhauer stated, he who attaches to nothing loses nothing. Emotional detachment is not weakness. It's a form of profound inner strength. You may have been taught that caring too much signifies your humanity. This is often misleading. Caring excessively about the wrong things can be a form of self-enslavement. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. Focus on what you can control and release what you cannot. When external circumstances challenge you, you remain calm. When criticism arises, you don't flinch. When people depart, you don't plead. This composure can be unsettling to others because much of society has been conditioned to react emotionally, to chase, to argue, to panic. You, however, observe, you choose, you remain centered. The world cannot manipulate what it cannot control. Let this truth resonate deep within you. You gain genuine mastery over life the moment you stop expecting it to be inherently fair, easy, or to automatically grant your desires. Every time you resist the urge to react impulsively, to plead, argue, or over-explain, you reclaim vital energy. As Schopenhauer observed, an individual can truly be themselves only when alone. Let others be slaves to reaction. You become the master of response. Lesson 3. Leverage strategic silence. Allow your presence to evoke deeper thought. Speak little, observe much, and move with subtle purpose. The loudest person in a room is rarely the most influential. The individual who observes in silence, who doesn't over-explain, who doesn't seek approval, who doesn't react impulsively, that is the individual whose presence resonates deeply. Because when you are silent, you compel others to project their own thoughts and interpretations onto you. They assume, they guess, they may even feel a sense of unease. You gain influence without uttering a word. Nietzsche wrote, "When you look long into the abyss looks into you." Allow your mind to become that abyss. Deep, unreadable, and magnetically compelling. Here's your practical tactic. Stop explaining your every move. Stop disclosing all your plans. Begin to say less and do more. People will sense your strength, often without fully understanding why. In personal interactions, this can be profoundly captivating. In professional settings, it cultivates mystique. In life, it builds significant influence. Lesson 4. Transform pain into cognitive armor. Your challenges are not weaknesses. They are your crucible. Every time you faced a setback, felt dismissed, or were overlooked, you weren't being diminished. You were being forged. Not into a victim, but into an individual of formidable resilience. Schopenhauer believed pain was fundamental to the formation of will. Marcus Aurelius understood that suffering refines character. So what is our approach? We utilize pain as information. We extract strength from experiences that might have crushed others. Perhaps you were underestimated because of your struggles. Now they will witness what that experience created. Use your experiences to build unwavering discipline. Use your losses to cultivate precise calculation. Use betrayals to deepen your detachment. Channel your heartbreak into focused hunger. Transform your silence into a profound statement. Let any superficial judgments fade now. They will vanish when they witness the profound transformation that pain ignited within you. Lesson 5. Eliminate weak inputs. Rewire your mental circuitry. A weak mind is often cultivated by consistently consuming the superficial thoughts of others. Your mind is a critical space, and every endless scroll, every trivial like, every fleeting dopamine hit from shallow content is a potential distraction. Do you genuinely believe that constant stream of short-form videos, casual gossip, or unproductive debates isn't impacting you? It's subtly eroding your mental fortitude. Schopenhauer referred to the majority as the vulgar crowd, and warned that their opinions could dilute the strength of an individual unless actively kept at bay. Do you desire a formidable mind? Then internalize this truth. The thoughts you consume become the thoughts you live. And if you feed your mind the same uninspired content as everyone else, you will likely experience the same emptiness, weakness, and self-doubt. That is not the path to genuine victory. Here's how to reverse this trend. Unfollow or mute anything that doesn't genuinely sharpen your intellect. Replace an hour of screen time with a dense, enriching book. Explore Schopenhauer, Nietzsche, Marcus Aurelius. Engage in silent meditation. Challenge your body with solitary, focused exercise. Deliberately train your mind with philosophical precision. While others are passively consuming mindless content, you are actively sculpting a consciousness that dominates conversations, commands respect, and subtly shifts the energy of any environment. They scroll, you build. They consume, you conquer. Let them remain within the confines of the algorithm. You become the outlier. Lesson 6. Design a psychological operating system. You don't elevate yourself solely through emotion. You ascend through a structured system. The Stoics understood that emotion is powerful but can be chaotic, whereas systems cultivate enduring strength through ritual, rhythm, and philosophical order. So, here is your system for cultivating a formidable mind. Morning. Win the first hour. Wake without immediately checking your phone. Incorporate a cold shower, a period of silence, and journaling. Read something timeless or philosophical before engaging with anything modern. Midday. Build what others respect. Engage in deep, focused work in solitude. Practice concentrated attention, utilizing methods like the Pomodoro technique or 90-minute sprints followed by a 20-minute break. Speak minimally, allowing others to occupy conversational space. Evening. Reflect ruthlessly. Honestly assess. What internal weakness did you tolerate today? What thought pattern did you follow blindly? What challenges did you effectively transform into strength? And what opportunities for growth did you miss? Commit to this daily. You will become unrecognizable within 90 days. People will wonder what changed in you. They won't realize you rebuilt yourself from the inside out. Lesson 7. Your presence must resonate deeply. Truly powerful individuals don't seek validation. They embody a standard. As Marcus Aurelius, through a Stoic lens, conveyed, a lion does not concern itself with the opinions of sheep. Your energy must radiate such profound self-assurance that others intuitively reassess their own positions in your presence. This is not ego, it is intrinsic certainty. You cease chasing. You stop needing to prove yourself. You no longer react impulsively, and suddenly others are the ones adjusting to you. People may feel a sense of uncertainty around you because you are not reactive. They might be intrigued by your composure, challenged by your discipline, or drawn to your emotional control. It is not about being unkind. It is about being so complete within yourself, so principled, so focused, that it can disorient those who are lost or seeking external direction. You are no longer merely an individual with thoughts. You are a mind with a mission, and that profoundly impacts those around you. The most influential individual alive often operates in silence. The most compelling person in the room is the one who says little but observes everything. That is who you are becoming. An individual who doesn't impulsively react, doesn't chase fleeting desires, and doesn't complain. Instead, you reflect, you observe, and you execute. You are someone who has transcended an insecure version of yourself and emerged with a mind that inspires awe not because it is malevolent, but because it is profoundly free. You are an individual who utilizes solitude as a forge for inner strength. You are someone who can walk away from anything because you possess everything within yourself. And you can be certain, others will feel the profound impact of your presence.